pretty good defensive battle. Larson. Shine left side. He's going to go nowhere and lose some yardage. Just about everyone from Country Day is there defensively. Rabah Kadir in there. They'll unpilot and lose a couple of yards. It'll bring up 4th down and 3.5 to 4, and they will have to punt this one away. Bowden in there again. He's been a busy young man. You can also tell the helmet's gotten a little scratched early at this one.
We're getting some paint chips on both helmets.
Larson to punt it away for Muskegon Orchard View. Again, not a great punter, averaging 29.6 coming in. Probert back deep along with Petkoff. Probert will grab it at the 43 and give up some ground. He's running the wrong way. Now he turns upfield and stretches back to the 40-yard line. Well, you don't want to go that away when your goal line's the other way.
Well, what he was trying to do on that one, Larry, he was trying to get to that wall. They set up a return right. He was trying to break and get to that wall. He couldn't quite get there.
See Dan McLean, so the head coach John Shillito before that. You see him from Muskegon Orchard View.
Bo is not here. I'm telling you.
Well, he sees something. He's running down the sidelines now, yelling at his defense as Country Day comes up. Kenny on the bootleg, rolls to the right, completes the pass, and gains yardage out to Gosling. Across midfield, pick up of 14 yards.
Excellent play fake there by Kenny. We'll go to the monitor. He faked a toss sweep and then rolled right. The tight end was wide open. He just dumped the ball on the flat. Made a nice move, picked up some extra yards, and leveled his shoulders.
Adam Gosselin on the reception, and that time Kenny completed a pass and looked pretty good on the roll-up. He may start settling down now. He's got a little time on the field. The speed of an actual game is much quicker than practice. Hand off to Eakins deep. He may get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. No gain for him. Rebedeau in there, and Mike King from the linebacker position again for Orchard View. And Kenny's got to put his left shoe back on. And you see his stats, 1 of 6, 13 yards. I think the big stat right there is the 0 interceptions when you got a brand new quarterback.
Well, they do a nice job with their play calling, letting him do things, some safe passes, what he can do until he gets comfortable.
Clock continues to tick here. 4:41 left here in quarter 2. Yellow Jackets across midfield. 3 wide receivers for Kenny. Straight drop. Fires. Intercepted by Wilbur. Turns upfield and will take it at the 49-yard line. Well, John, I just said the big stat was 0 interceptions, and he throws one to the linebacker, David Wilbur.
Well, he spoke too quick there, Larry.
Just a bad decision. When you throw it over the middle, you better be sure where it's going.
We'll get a look at this one. Just a straight drop back by Kenny. They ran a slant pass, and what happened? They were in man coverage, and he threw it right into the linebacker. They had to give him time to clear the linebacker. He wasn't patient on that one. He would have broke free because he had his man beat to the inside. Wilbur made a nice play intercepting their football.
So the turnover against Country Day. Muskegon Orchard View has the football and the lead. Back with more of the Division 5 final from play. Grabbing him. But this one, Piper goes to the left side and got a touchdown. He has just been able to do everything, and he just puts his head down and goes hard. Up to the right half back, carries for a yard or two. That's David Wilbur, who was out there on that last play trying to block Jeremy Battier, who did a great job in fending off defenders for offensive people downfield to get over and make the stop. Piper back in, and you look for him to get the football. He gets a little breather on the sidelines. When he's out there, he's not out there for window dressing. 8 carries and 121 yards. Still got 3:15 left in the first half. Could be a 200-yard evening for him. Well, the center, I guess they snapped it. He jumped up, and everybody else was still down on the line.
No flag.
No flags out there. Joe Schaffer snapped the football. He jumped up. Look at this. Well, Larson lucky to grab hold of that one. I think he went early.
Larson's been playing with the count here all day this afternoon, trying to draw Country Day off sides. That time they had everybody jumping. Good thing he's alert. That's the first thing they teach a quarterback, is to make sure you stay in there and get the football. No matter what happens, make sure you stand in there and get that football.
3rd down and 7 for Orchard View. Driving toward the fumble. Larson working for it, but Country Day has it. They have recovered the fumble. Kevin Parsons on the fumble recovery for Country Day. Well, that time he couldn't handle it, backpedaling, and it's their 2nd fumble of the afternoon.
Look at the center quarterback exchange here. He never really got the football. It looked like the guard on the backside actually knocked it out when he was pulling away from center. Pulling guard hit the ball, hit the arm, and that's really what caused that fumble.
And then Parsons, Johnny on the spot to cover it up. So Country Day going on offense twice. They have recovered Orchard View fumbles. Kenny, long count. Hands it to Akins. Gets some blocking, turns the left corner. It's a foot race. Gets to the corner. He could be off to the races. Larson coming across the field. Akins gets out of that one. Turns back, and he's going to go all the way for the touchdown. What a run. They sealed the left corner, turns it, and goes all the way for the score for Detroit Country Day.
Well, we said they had to have a big game out of Ashton Akins. It looked like he's back 100%. Tremendous move, getting in the outside. We'll see a replay. Really just a deep handoff off tackle. He cuts it outside. Once he turns that corner, it's a foot race, and he's gone.
80 yards for the score. And here goes Country Day lining up. And this time, Muskegon Orchard View is going to cover the wide out. Instead of tossing it, here they come over now around center. And Paglino will try the PAT to put the Yellow Jackets up 18-12. Twice Muskegon Orchard View has fumbled, and twice Country Day has converted with touchdowns. And it's no good. Wow. He does not miss many PATs. Good snap, good hold. He just shanked it to the right.
Shanked just wide right.
Well, 17-12 our score with 2:10 left. Paglino, who played in the state championship soccer game and then went to the football game and kicked the game-winning field goal. That's a full day.
He's earned the scholarship, huh?
He was actually getting into his pads on the sidelines heading to the field because they needed it. It was Ashton Akins who's had the big day and the great 80-yard touchdown run. Well, Country Day playing opportunistic football.
Dan McLean said before the game said that he was just kind of getting his feet back under him last week. That was the first week coming off his injury. They really were looking for him. They need him in that offense to control that football. And so far this afternoon, he's been excellent.
.210 left here in the opening half with Country Day on top 17-12. Well, remember in '95 they won 28-14 over Muskegon Orchard View.
Take a look here. Akins did a nice move to the inside, broke it out wide, and then it was just a foot race. No one was catching me. He made a nice move down the sidelines there to keep his balance and cut it up. Great run, great speed. It's great to see he's 100%.
Paglino's going to punch this one downfield. High, almost went through the hands of Chris Bass, and he's going to be stopped at about the 17.5-yard line. So they squibbed that one down from Paglino. And Muskegon Orchard View is going to be reeling a little bit after giving up an 80-yard touchdown. They're not used to having teams score on them. Not like this. They're used to running up points in bevies against their opponents.
Well, you'd think an offense like this would have trouble coming back, but as high-powered as they are, they really don't need to throw the football that much. These guys, no matter what the score is, they're never out of the football game.
Take a look at the rushing yards in this one. 152 to 133. And that's the change, of course, with Kenny in at quarterback for Country Day. Here's Larson on the quarterback keeper. He gets the first down and more before thrown out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And Jeremy Battier again. I tell you what, Country Day better be glad he's got speed back there, or they could be down by 3 touchdowns.
That's the third saving tackle he's made. Real good ball handling that time. Larson just held the ball on his hip, faked, kept rolling to the outside. Battier coming up from a safety position made another possible touchdown saving tackle.
And like you said, with Orchard View, they don't need to throw the football. They can, because their backs could go the distance at any time. There's the possession, exactly what you think with Orchard View and their wing chief. Country Day was showing blitz. Give it to Piper, breaks a tackle, and he's off to the races. There's a flag, and Battier makes the stop again. There's a flag, and I think it will be a hold.
On Battier. They were trying to hold him, it looks like.
Yep, they were trying to hold Battier. They've tried everything on him defensively. It's a 34-yard pickup, but we've got the yellow hanky down at the 36-yard line. But again, Piper just breaks through at the line of scrimmage, and it's a foot race. Holding against Orchard View.
Just an inside trap that time. He breaks free. Now, let's see if we can get a shot of this. It's tough to see, but there was a hole down there on Battier.
Well, that moves the ball all the way back to the 46-yard line, and another great run by Piper. Just keep giving this guy the football. Right? Forget the rest of the team. This guy's something else.
He's picking up some yardage. He is picking up some yardage.
That time it looked like he was stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Bounced off a block and was off to the races. Larson rolling right, wants to throw the football, and he does, and gets it downfield to Jeremy Schaffer, who's caught real hard at the 32-yard line, but they've got the first down, so they can't go through the air when they have to.
Very effective so far. Just a bootleg that time. Larson makes a couple of ball fakes, does a very good job. Throws it behind the linebackers in front of the safety. Excellent, excellent timing and touch.
B.J. Harmon coming over from strong safety for the stop. And at 25, clock is ticking. Both teams have 3 timeouts. Larson to Piper. Breaks a tackle. Here he goes. They're not going to get him this time. Piper, touchdown. Battier tried, but Piper takes it all the way in for another score. This kid is something.
He is having some kind of afternoon. Again, it was just a little inside trap. We'll probably see the replay. Here we go on the replay. Just an inside trap that he popped. The linebackers got sealed, and that time Battier again tried to make a game-saving tackle.
And look at this. He just stops, kind of stutter steps, waits for the hole. Good patience in there for allowing his lineman to put the blocks on and then through the hole.
Well, Big Jimerson, their all-state tackle, again sealed that off. Here we are for the 2-point conversion.
Larson gives it to Shine going left side, and he is stood up. He will not get in. So they do not convert on the 2-point conversion, and what a game we have got. And look at the yardage. 10 rushes. He's averaging 18 points. I can do the math on that one. 18.7 yards per carry and 2 touchdowns.
Here we go again. We'll take a look at the touchdown. That time, just following his block. He's very patient. Let those guys seal. They knock him loose. Pops right into the end zone.
Well, he is having an all-state day today, and it's the biggest game of the year, 18-17. A seesaw battle between Country Day and Muskegon Orchard View.
Well, whenever your safeties and defensive backs are going to be that involved in making tackles, you know it's going to be a long afternoon. And hey, were it not for those game-saving tackles, it could be a lot worse for Country Day.
Just remember, we had a fumble recovery by Country Day, and they go down and get the score.
It's interesting, Larry. Coach Shillito switched in 1994 to this wing T offense. He had lost a Belding, and he saw how great and how potent their offense was, and he really started to make that change then, and they've really perfected it these last 5 years.
How about the plays in this drive? 15, 29, 14, 32.
It's a track meet.
Just when you think you've got Orchard View on the ropes, here they come right back, and it doesn't take them long, and they don't have to do it through the air, although they did throw one pass. Akins with the ball. Finds a little crease, runs into his own man, and tackled at the 40-yard line. And now Country Day has got a minute 5 to work with.
Little extracurriculars.
Could get a little heated out there. There's been some pretty hard popping going on in this one. Well, let's see what Nathan Kenny can do. Starting to settle down, throwing the football. Again, he comes in to replace Matt Collins, who broke his arm last week, actually going down to a knee. They wanted to burn some time, and so he kind of did that hook slide and got hit the wrong way and broke the arm. Sometimes in this game, the strangest things happen.
Not fair.
Probert with the ball, stretches out for a couple of yards. He'll pick up 4. Jason Rebedeau in on the stop for the Cardinals. Clock keeps going. Country Day in the hurry up. They do have 3 timeouts. He'll step in up over center. Long count. Straight drop. Throws it to Battier. Spins away from one man. Wilbur's got him. Takes him out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 32 seconds. And remember, Paglino, even though he missed a 59-yard field goal attempt earlier, has hit 3 over 50 and 1 from 53. And Dan McClain's got to be thinking about that.
Real nice play. Just a straight drop back play. Outcut there by Battier. He did a nice job getting the cornerback on his shoulder. Made a good turnout. Picked up some extra yardage after he caught the football.
How good is Battier? Well, basketball coach Kurt Keener says he's a better natural athlete than Shane. Shane's a pretty good basketball player. Probert coming back to the left side. Wilbur got him from behind. Gets into the 41-yard line. And now Country Day is going to burn one of their timeouts. They'll come over and talk it over on the sidelines. You see Dan McClain, arms folded. He's going to let his offensive coordinator talk to the offense. The coach with his
Baby, don't worry about
numbers.
it. Now, listen, here's what we got. They're not going to run handback anymore. Stand up and look at me. What is the matter?
Stinger, full size.
All right. All right, listen. Here's what we got. Here's what we got. We're going to go an over to fire. Over to fire. Outside in a little bit at backer. Okay? Listen, if the wheelchair guy is your side, you got to be ready to play him if they're single back. Mike, you got it? Right here. All right, we got an over to fire. Let's go.
Fire, go.
Killing him.
Okay, Mr. Wangler.
You got to be disciplined. Just sit. Tackle him every time. Tackle him on pass. Tackle him every time. You got to do that for me, all right? You got to fight. You got to scrap. You got to do everything.
I thought they weren't going to mic him.
Little motivational speech on the sideline from Dan McClain. Got to fire up the players, but make sure they play within the rules so they'll get unsportsmanlike conduct penalties.
Coming after him.
Kenny back to pass, throws it downfield, right side. Battier adjusted, got it. He's at the 7-yard line, tackled by Larson. 14 seconds, of course, the chain moving will stop the clock. 34-yard pickup, and Kenny's beginning able to connect with his wide receivers.
Great play by the offensive line there by Country Day, picking up the blitz. Okay, they isolated. Here you'll see on the monitor, they picked up the blitz very well. The back stepped up. Battier just ran a go route, and he came in. The ball was underthrown, but he came off the back shoulder there and made a great catch and a great run after the pass.
Well, they are in field goal range with 14 seconds.
Look at Kenny sticking in there on that hit. That's the mark of a great competitor. He stood right in it to the last minute and let go of that football.
Definitely they can kick 3 and take the lead at halftime here, but they want to get in the end zone for 6. They are 7 yards away. They do have 1 timeout remaining, but only 14 seconds on the clock. It's first and goal, so you got to go for the end zone.
They got enough time.
Well, you only got 1 play if you're running on the ground, because then you got to take your time and get your field goal kicking unit out there.
Yep, you can take 1 shot.
Battier is split to the far side. Akins to the near.
Watch for the fade route to Battier.
Kenny, quick drop, fade to Battier, right corner, goes up with that 6'5" frame, touchdown. You named it, John Wangler. You hit that one right on. Why not use a 6'5" receiver against a 5'10" defender?
It's just a jump ball out there, and you know, for a guy who hasn't thrown that, that's a tough route to throw. Kenny did a great job. Just a 3-step drop. They isolated the 6'5" Battier on the cornerback, and it was a jump ball, and he won. Very good. It's a tough throw to make. He's got to have a lot of timing and a lot of touch. He put it right where Battier was the only one to come down with that football. No chance of an interception. A very, very excellent call by Dan McLean.
It could have been a penalty against Larson because he never looked back and went up with his hands. It was really
Face
going
guard.
up against Battier, right? Well, they will go for the two-point conversion, leading 23-18. We got a great football game here. Muskegon Orchard View, the highest-powered offensive team in the state. Kenny rolling right, fires, and good to Akins, and there's a late flag. They've got the two-point conversion, but now we got to check the flag. Kenny, all of a sudden, John, has found his rhythm.
He really has. You can see him jumping up and down over there. He's very excited.
Oh, holding against Country Day. Now that may change it and say, okay, bring on Paglino for the PAT.
He goes to the replay. Just a roll to the right.
I think it was on the outside, far outside,
Yeah,
and it looked like Adam Goslin, number 48, was holding.
It's always,
Well, there's Paglino. Well, he's over to the bench.
they're going to go for two again.
Well, how about another fade in the corner to Battier?
Make him stop it. Make him stop it.
I think he's going to get double. Well, they got trips to the far side.
They got trips to the right. Look for Akins in the slot.
Here comes the blitz. Kenny rolls right into the end zone, and there's a flag in the end zone. Battier, Larson's already seen that once, decided, I'll take the penalty. We still got another shot at stopping you. So Country Day is going to get 3 shots at the two-point conversion.
Smart move by Larson that time. They tried to run a curl route in the end zone. Larson just grabs him and tackles him. Smart play. Let's line up again.
Well, this two-point conversion may take about a half hour. We should start the stopwatch on this one. This will be the third try. Now, Country Day got it once. The next time after they got moved back, of course, and they got the penalty here. So now they move forward. They're at the 6-yard line.
Third crack.
And third crack. They got it once. The second time, another penalty. So we'll see what happens here.
They're getting their practice in their two-point play, that's for sure.
And again, they'll go trips to the far side of the field.
They got him in man coverage.
Kenny, blitz coming, Wilbur coming. Kenny takes off, and he got it. Once they came with the blitz wide open, he saw it. Hey, I'm going into the end zone.
I think that was a pre-designed quarterback draw, Larry. They had trips to the right, split. Here we go on the replay. They had trips to the right. They had split to the left. He took his first look. As soon as he saw that guy in his face, he made a great move, cut right up to the middle. No one was there. They had everybody in man coverage, so they were running with their man. It was wide open. Great call.
Well, if I had to pick an MVP for Country Day right now, it's that guy, number 21, Nathan Kenny, getting a start here. His first ever for Country Day, replacing Matt Collins with a broken arm. And on the other side, I'd have to give it to Josh Piper, who's been running like a madman.
No question. No question.
And this is a big story with Kenny coming in and moving into quarterback and really doing the job. At early on, just barely missing his receivers, but now he seems to be in a rhythm. And if he can get that going with their running game, Country Day's got a chance against Muskegon Orchard View. But Orchard View, you know, anytime one of their backs get the football, they can go the distance.
Well, if we can find one of the backs, that's the tough part.
Well, there you see Matt Collins on the sidelines. He is one happy young man. Paglino to put his foot into it with 10 seconds left before halftime. Just whip this one downfield. Takes a little weird bounce. Picked up by the short man, and he'll be stopped at the 31-yard line at 6 seconds left. And, well, you look for number 41 out there on the field. Let's see if he comes out. Nope. They're going to leave Piper on the side. I'm kind of surprised. I think I'd put him out there the way he's broken tackles and runs downfield. With 6 seconds to go, he possibly could get you a touchdown on this play.
He can pop them, Larry. He's been popping them all afternoon.
Let's see what Larson and the Cardinals do. Goes up under center. Couple of fakes, back to pass. Rolls to the right. Now he's going to take off and gang tackled, and that'll bring us to halftime. Forced out of bounds by Brandon Sledgemelon, who put the hit on him. And an entertaining and high-scoring first half, but not from the Cardinals side. It's Detroit Country Day leading Muskegon Orchard View at halftime, 25-18. Akins running, Piper running, and passing of Kenny. It's been a great half. More upcoming from the Silverdome.
Fall is the season in Michigan for girls basketball, with over 700 teams vying for the opportunity to play in the MHSAA Finals December 2nd through the 4th at Rose Arena in Mount Pleasant. There's nothing like MHSAA tournament action. Catch it. Tickets are now on sale at the CMU Athletic Ticket Office. Call 188-FIRE-UP-2 for more information. Final sponsors are Farm Bureau Insurance and the United Dairy Industry of Michigan. And watch the finals live on Fox Sports Net.
You can't predict. You can't predict when.
Your wife has been
Where?
in a serious accident, a terrible accident.
How?
We did all we could.
But life goes on.
Championship game, that's all important.
And that's what the high school championship games are all about. Justin Gelderloos to kick it off, and he'll squib it downfield. Akins picks it up at the 23-yard line. Little stutter step, gets to the pile, bounces out to the left, and finally at the 41-yard line, where he is dragged down by the kicker, Justin Gelderloos. Well, the possessions in the first half for the Yellow Jackets. You see there, punt, field goal, the touchdown, the missed field goal. Now, that was 59 yards. An interception and then back-to-back touchdowns. Look, 80 yards, of course, the Akins run. And then the other one, the fade in the corner to Battier.
Those 5-play, 60-yard drives are exactly what they want.
Kenny up under center. Play action, rolls to the right side. Now he's going to take off on the run. This is a dimension he brings to the team. He'll get a yard, really forcing the play up inside with Joe Schaffer and David Wilbur in on the stop. But number 52 came up and forced him a little bit, slowed him down, and allowed Wilbur to come up and help make the stop.
Yeah, it's aggressive. They're coming right out. A bootleg to start the second half. Nice job there by Nathan, faking the ball. They isolated Battier on Larson downfield, but he covered him very well that time. And Orchard View was not fooled at all on that play.
Have too many orchards in the tournament.
A lot of apple orchards.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, Orchard Lake St. Mary's last night had a little get-together. I kind of passed it. They had about 300 people at a restaurant in Keego Harbor. They were celebrating last night, enjoying their state championship. Hand off to Akins, breaks a tackle, foot race with Wilbur. Akins is caught from behind, but not till he gets to the 33-yard line. Well, Akins for Country Day is what Josh Piper has been for Muskegon Orchard View.
Great job on this counter, as you'll see on the screen. They faked, the guard pulled and kicked out the outside linebacker. Akins just stutter stepped up inside, got past the linebackers, almost broke through for a touchdown.
Ashton Akins legging the leather at 636 yards coming in. And look at that, 129 today. His longest carry coming into this game was 56. He had an 80-yard touchdown run. Save your best for the big game of the year. Give it to the first man through. Baroloni, and he'll get a yard or two, maybe 3, maybe 4, and it's second down and 6. Not a bad job with that quick dive. And Detroit Country Day has come out of the locker room and being able to move the football, at least in the moment, on Muskegon. Kenny is doing a fine job at quarterback. Going to reverse it around. Breaking a tackle or two. It's a foot race. And all the way into the end zone, scoring.